Hi students, welcome to Sankalp Study Success. I am Tirupati Rao, chemistry lecturer. So today I am going to explain about P block elements. So in this P block elements, first of all we will discuss about group 15 elements, right? Okay, first of all, what is P block elements? Okay, the elements in which the differentiating electron enter into the p orbital is known as P block elements. So what is the differentiating electron? Differentiating electron is the electron which is differentiated with two adjacent elements. For example, we can take an boron and beryllium, right? Its atomic number is 4, its atomic number is 5. So what its alternate configuration? 1s2 2s2. So what its alternate configuration? 1s2 2s2 2p1 2p1. So these two are differentiated at this electron only, 2p electron only, 2p1 electron only. So that is the differentiating electron. So these two are same. Up to this, these are same. But this 2p1 is the differentiate these two elements. So that is said to be differentiating electron, or last electron of element, any element is said to be differentiating electron, right? Okay. So the elements in which the differentiating electron enter into p orbital is known as P block elements. P block elements are placed at right side of the periodic table. P block elements are placed at the right side of periodic table, right side of the periodic table. Right. The maximum number of electrons, present in p orbital is, the maximum number of electrons are present in p orbital is 6. So P block can be divided into 6 groups, that is so S block contains two groups, that is 1 and 2, and later D block contains 10 groups, 10 plus 2 12. So later P block 12 plus 6 18, that is 13th group to 18th group. So it is also said to be third A group to okay 0 group or 8A, right? So the general electronic configuration of P block elements is, the general electronic configuration of P block elements is NH2 NP 1 to 6. If it is NH2 NP1, that is third group. If it is NH2 NP2, that is 14th group. Okay, in this way. Next, P block containing metals, semi-metals, non-metals. P block contains non-metals, metalloids or semi-metals, and last one metals, right? So these are the points of P block elements. So in this P block, first of all we will discuss about group 15 elements. group 15 elements is also said to be 50A group elements. 50A group elements. This is also said to be 50A group elements. Right. So in this 50A group elements, first of all, what are that elements? So atomic number, element, symbol, electronic configuration. Right. So first one is nitrogen. Second one is phosphorus. Third one is arsenic. Fourth one is antimony. So its Latin name is stibium. Next one is bismuth. So next element is also moscovium. Right. So that is recently discovered. Right. So its symbol nitrogen N P A S S B bismuth. So that can be leave it. So N P A S. Okay. The symbol of antimony is given from their Latin name SB, bismuth Bi. Right. Okay, its first letter. So this is the stressing letter. That stressing letter is added to the first letter. So here stibium. This B is the stressing letter, that is added to the first letter SB, and here these first two letters can be taken. Okay, what is the first letter? B is already given for boron, so first two letters can be taken. Okay, we know that atomic number of nitrogen is 7. Okay, and the third group containing how many elements? 8 elements. So plus 8, 7 plus 8, 15. So next one, fourth period containing 18 elements. So 15 plus 8, 15 plus 18, that is 33. That means, right, 7 plus 8. And next one, this is phosphorus, and later how many elements added? 18 elements added. And later 50 period also containing 18 elements. So 33 plus 18, 51. Similarly, sixth period containing 32 elements. So 51 plus 32, 83. Later added 32 elements. What its atomic number? So 115. These are the atomic numbers. Now we can write its electronic configuration. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So this 1s2 is the helium, that is the inert gas element, helium. Similarly, phosphorus, neon 3s2 3p3. Next one, arsenic, helium, neon, argon. So 3d10 4s2 4p3. And next one, helium, neon, argon, krypton. So 4d10 5s2 5p3. Okay. Later this is then xenon. Here 4f14 5d10 6s2 6p3. So these are the electronic configurations. So what is a common outer electronic configuration? NH2 NP3. NH2 NP3 is the general electronic configuration of 50A group elements. Okay. In this, first two are non-metals. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals, and arsenic and antimony, that is metalloids. Bismuth is a metal. Right. Okay. And this is the radioactive element. Radioactive metal. Its chemical properties cannot given. Okay, radioactive metal. This is the radioactive metal. Bismuth is the typical metal. And now I am going to explain its occurrence. So these are the atomic numbers and elements, symbol and electronic configuration. Its occurrence. So nitrogen is present in air about 78% by volume. So nitrogen is present in air about 78% by volume. Right. He has a N2. In earth crust, it is occurred in the salt form. So what are that salts? Chili saltpeter, Indian saltpeter. Chili saltpeter is the chili saltpeter. Okay, Indian chili saltpeter is the sodium nitrate, NaNO3, and Indian saltpeter is the KNO3, potassium nitrate. NaNO3 is said to be sodium nitrate, KNO3 is said to be potassium nitrate, and it is also present in the form of present in proteins. Okay, in proteins we know that proteins in plants and animals. So proteins are produced from amino acids. Amino acids can produce proteins. So that amino acids containing nitrogen. If you can take an amino acid like glycine. So what is the formula? CH2, NH2, COOH. So it is containing nitrogen. So all amino acids containing nitrogen, right, in the form of proteins in plants and animals. So proteins are produced from amino acids. So one example glycine. So it is containing nitrogen, right. And now I am going to explain about phosphorus. So it is present in minerals of the apatite family, minerals of the apatite family. So this is the formula of apatite. Okay, Ca9PO4 6 CaX2. This is the phosphate form, right? So Ca9PO4 6 CaX2. If X is equal to fluorine F, that is said to be fluoroapatite. Ca9PO4 6 CaF2, right? Here phosphorus is present. It is present in the bones as well as in living cells. Okay, phosphorus is also present in bones and also present in living cells like a DNA and RNA. Okay, DNA and RNA that are produced from pentose sugar, that is the combination of pentose sugar, bases, and also phosphoric acid containing phosphorus. So DNA and RNA containing phosphorus. So it is present in phosphoproteins. Okay, it is present in phosphoproteins containing phosphoproteins are present in milk and eggs, right? Milk and eggs, right? And last one is arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. So these are mainly as sulfide minerals. So sulfide minerals, these metals are present in sulfide minerals. That means that occurred in sulfide form, right? Now I am going to explain about its properties. Okay, first of all, physical properties. So in these properties, first one, atomic size. So atomic size is increases from top to bottom. In this group, from nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. So atomic size is increases from top to bottom due to increasing the new cell. So atomic size is increases from top to bottom. Atomic size is increases due to increasing the cell, or due to increases the new cell. Okay, right? That means here the differentiating electron enter into the new cell. So for example, this is 2p, this is 3p, this is 4p, this is 5p, this is 6p, right? Okay, next one is ionization energy. We know that ionization energy. So if the atomic size is increased, ionization energy and atomic sizes are inversely proportional relation. So your atomic size is increases, then the distance between the nucleus to outer orbit is increases, then the nuclear attraction is decreases from outer electrons. Okay, outer electrons can be removed by easily. That means less amount of energy is used to remove that outer electron. So if the atomic size is more, then the ionization energy is less. So ionization energy and atomic size, which relation? Inversely proportional relation, atomic size. So ionization energy is decreases from top to bottom due to increasing the atomic size and decreasing the nuclear attraction on outer electrons. And next one, metallic character. So metallic character is increases from top to bottom metallic character is increases from top to bottom. So due to increasing the atomic size, if the atomic size is increases, then the outer electron, the tendency of losing of outer electron is easily. So that means its metallic character is increases from top to bottom due to metallic character increases due to increasing the atomic size. Increasing the atomic size. And electronegativity also. Electronegativity is also decreases. Electronegativity decreases from top to bottom. Okay, due to increases the atomic size. Due to increases the atomic size. So these are the properties. Now its melting point. Melting point order. Right. Okay, its properties. So nitrogen N2 is a diatomic gas. Remaining are polyatomic solids. Polyatomic means a tetraatomic solids. Okay, N2 is a diatomic gas, remaining are polyatomic solids. So its boiling point, this is the boiling point order. Melting point, allotropy. Right. So first one is boiling point. Boiling point, nitrogen greater than phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, so bismuth. It can show a irregular order. We know that the boiling point and melting point is directly proportional to molecular weight. MP or BP, boiling point is directly proportional to molecular weight. Okay, but here this can show a abnormal behavior. And similarly, what is melting point? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, okay, less than antimony, less than bismuth. Right, this is the order. Okay, this is also irregular order. Here allotropy except nitrogen, remaining elements can show a allotropy. Remaining elements can show a allotropy. Right. So its properties: N2 is a diatomic gas, remaining are polyatomic gases like tetraatomic gases. And a boiling point, this is also a regular order. Nitrogen less than phosphorus, less than arsenic, less than antimony, greater than bismuth. Melting point, so here different is here from antimony to bismuth, but here differentiated to arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Now anomalous properties of nitrogen. So in the P black, top of the any group element can show a anomalous properties. So in the P block, top of the any group element can shows a anomalous properties, that means different properties with the remaining elements due to small size, high electronegativity, high ionization energy and absence of d orbital. So in P block, any group, the first element can shows a abnormal behavior, that means different behavior, okay, due to small size, high electronegativity, high ionization energy and absence of d orbitals. Okay, in the P block elements, the first element of any group can show a abnormal behavior due to small size, high electronegativity and high ionization energy and absence of d orbital. Why absence of d orbital? All these elements of any group of first element have present in second cell, that means 2s2 2p3 2s2 2p4 2s2 2p5. So that means in the second orbit d orbital is absent, right? Now nitrogen can forms a p-pi bonding. Nitrogen can forms p-pi bonding, due to small size, high electronegativity and high ionization energy and absence of d orbital. It can forms a p-pi bonding. So what is the p-pi bonding? So we know that nitrogen, its electronic configuration is 2s2 2p3, its outer electronic configuration is 2s2 2p3, that means 2s2 2p3, it is containing 3 single electrons. So this is 2px 2py 2pz. Okay, now we can take in one nitrogen atom, it's 2px. What is the shape? Dumbbell. Okay, here the dumbbell along x-axis, that is 2px. Okay, that is 2px. The dumbbell along y-axis, that is 2py. The dumbbell along z-axis, that is 2pz. Similarly, we can take another nitrogen, same as 2px 2py and 2pz. Okay, these two can form say which overlapping? End-on and overlapping. This can form say sigma bond, and these two are sideways overlapping. So that can form say pi bonding, and these 2pz orbitals can also overlapping. Which overlapping? Sideways overlapping, 2pz. So that can forms another pi bond. So here nitrogen, this is the p orbital, this bond is a p-pi bonding. So p-pi bonding. So nitrogen can forms a p-pi bonding. Okay, due to small size, high electronegativity and ionization energy, absence of d orbital, it can forms a p-pi bonding. So nitrogen can form say 3 bonds between the 2 nitrogen atoms. 3 covalent bonds forms between the 2 nitrogen atoms. So in the 3 bonds, 2 are pi bonds, one is the sigma bond, right? It is having a high bond dissociation energy. So what is bond dissociation energy? 941.4 kilojoule per mole. so its reactivity is less. Due to its high bond dissociation energy, it is containing 3 bonds. So high amount of energy is required to breaking up these three bonds. High amount of energy is required to breaking up these 3 bonds. So that means how much? 941.4 kilojoule per mole. Okay, due to it is more stable and it is less reactive at room temperature, normal conditions. So it is exist in a diatomic. Nitrogen can exist in N2 can exist in diatomic gases. Diatomic means 2 atoms. Diatomic gases. So it is a gases due to weak van der Waals forces are present between nitrogen molecules, N2 molecules. So why nitrogen N2 is a gas? Weak van der Waals forces are present between N2 molecules. Okay, and remaining elements cannot form a p-pi bonding. So rest of member of this group cannot form a p-pi bonding. Remaining elements in this group cannot form p-pi bonding. p-pi bonding due to large p orbitals, and that means its size is very high, large p orbitals and diffused shape and which cannot effective overlapping. Okay, remaining elements in this group cannot form p-pi bonding due to large p orbitals. So size of p orbitals is very large and this can be diffused. It cannot effective overlapping. So it cannot effective overlapping. So that means it cannot form a p-pi bonding. So nitrogen can forms only p-pi bonding. It can exist in diatomic gases. And remaining elements can form a p-pi d-pi bonding. Nitrogen cannot form, N2 cannot form p-pi d-pi bonding. Due to absence of d orbital. So nitrogen cannot form a p-pi d-pi bonding. This can form only p-pi bonding. It cannot form a p-pi d-pi bonding due to absence of d orbital. So remaining elements can form remaining elements in this group can form a p-pi d-pi bonding due to all that are containing d orbitals. So like R3 p double bond CH2, R3 p double bond CH2. So this is the p orbital, that is d, this is p, so that is d-pi p-pi. Carbon is the p, d-pi p-pi. So right. Okay, remaining elements in this group can form a d-pi p-pi bonding, but nitrogen cannot form a d-pi p-pi bonding, p-pi d-pi bonding, right, due to absence of d orbital. And Nitrogen is exist as a diatomic molecule. Remaining elements can exist as tetraatomic. N2 can exist as diatomic due to p-pi bonding. Diatomic gas. Remaining elements can exist as tetraatomic solids. Bismuth can forms metallic bonds in atoms. Okay, metallic bonds. Bismuth can forms metallic bonds in atoms. So tetraatomic solid means suppose we can take an phosphorus can exist in P4. Okay, AS4. This is another phosphorus. So this is the tetraatomic solid. So all these are containing a single covalent bond. Okay, this tetraatomic elements, tetraatomic solids containing all are a single bond. That means single covalent bond. And another one, the N single bond N is weaker than P single bond P. Why N single bond N is weaker than P single bond P? So due to a nitrogen lone pairs are present and its size is small. Means its bond length is very less. Okay, due to small size, so it's in this small size, I repulsive force is operated between these lone pairs. The repulsive force, that is intermolecular. Okay, due to small size and interelectronic repulsions. So interelectronic repulsions present between these lone pairs. Then a single bond N is weakened. So this is weaker than P single bond P due to its size is very high. So less interelectronic repulsive force is present between two phosphorus atoms. But here in N single bond N is a weaker than P single bond P due to small size of nitrogen and high interelectronic repulsions. Finally, that N single bond N is weakened. Now I am going to explain about its chemical properties. So in the chemical properties, first of all we will discuss about oxidation states. Oxidation state. So the ground state electronic configuration of these elements, the ground state electronic configuration of 50A group is NH2 NP3, NH2 NP3, NH2 NP3. So it is containing 3 unpaired electrons. So it gains 3 single electrons. Got NH2 NP6, that is octet, that is more stable. It gains 3 single electrons. So what its outer electronic configuration? NH2 NP3. If these elements gains 3 electrons, got NH2 NP6 configuration, that is octet. So if it gains means its oxidation state is -3. Now sharing of electron, these 3 single electrons are sharing to form a, suppose sharing means N bond H, N bond H, N bond H. So N containing 3 single electrons, hydrogen also containing single electrons, and one lone pair is present. This can form a, this is the sharing of electron pair between the 2 atoms. Okay, it's sharing these 3 single electrons can form a covalent bond with other atoms by sharing of electron pair. That is also gives -3 oxidation state. Okay, ఇక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ గెయిన్ చేయడం వల్ల -3 ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ వస్తుంది. అలాగే షేరింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ వల్ల కూడా, ఎలక్ట్రాన్ షేర్ చేసుకోవడం కూడా, 3 సింగిల్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ షేర్ చేసుకోవడం వల్ల కూడా మనకి -3 ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ అనేది వస్తుంది. నౌ ది ఎగ్జైటెడ్ స్టేట్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్, ది excited state electronic configuration of 50A group is, so NH2 NS1 NP3 ND1. So here the NS, the paired electron in NS is promoted to outer orbit like ND. This is ND, NP, NS. It is containing 3 single electrons in the P. So this is the NS electron that is promoted to outer orbit. So in the excited state, it is containing 5 unpaired electrons or 5 single electrons. So these 5 single electrons can involve in the bond formation or sharing or losing, that can form a +5 oxidation state. +5. Right, +5. Okay, in the ground state it containing 3 single electrons. If it is losing, so that can form a +3 oxidation state. +3. So these elements can show a -3, +3 and a +5 oxidation state. What are the common oxidation? The common oxidation. Okay, the common oxidation state. The common oxidation states of 50A group is -3 +3 +5. -3 +3 +5. Now The common oxidation state of 50 group is -3 plus 3 plus 5. Okay, the stability of plus 5. The stability of plus 5 is decreases from nitrogen to bismuth. So the stability of plus 5 is decreases from top to bottom. From top to bottom. Top to bottom. Due to inert pair effect. Due to inert pair effect. Inert pair effect. So here bismuth can shows plus 3 oxidation state. It cannot shows a plus 5 oxidation state. Okay, it can less forms a plus 5 oxidation state. It can shows a plus 3 oxidation state due to inert 5 effect. So bismuth is present in 6th period. Bismuth is present in the 6th period. So in the 6th period, which orbital is came? 4f orbital is came. So in the 6th period, 4f orbital is present. That 4f orbital is having pore screening effect. So pore screening effect means then the nuclear attraction on outer electron is more. Here what is the outer electron? 6s to 6p3. So in this, so due to pore screening effect of 4f orbital, high nuclear attraction on outer electron of ns. So these electrons are strongly attracted by nucleus. So these electrons, the 6s electrons cannot involved in the bond formation. So that is said to be inert pair effect. What is inert pair effect? The reluctance of ns electron in the bond formation. The reluctance of ns electrons in the bond formation. The reluctance of ns electrons in the bond formation is known as inert pair effect. The reluctance of ns electrons in the bond formation is known as inert pair effect. So here bismuth can show a inert pair effect. Okay, in 6s and 6p, which is nearer to the nucleus? 6s is nearer to the nucleus. So that means that high nuclear attractive force is present between 6s electrons. That 6s electrons is strongly attracted by nucleus. These electrons cannot involved in the bond formation. Only 6p electrons can involved in the bond formation. That means it can show a plus 3 oxidation state. It can show a plus 3 oxidation state. Okay. Why bismuth cannot show plus 5 oxidation state? Due to inert pair effect. And so this is the inert pair effect. My next one, the stability of -3. The stability of -3 also decreases from top to bottom due to increases the atomic size, due to increase in atomic size and metallic character. So metallic character means losing of electron character. So losing of electron character means positive oxidation state is increases, but -3 oxidation state is decreases. Its electropositivity is increases from top to bottom, means it can loses of electron that can forms a positive oxidation state, but it cannot show a -3. That means the stability of -3 is also decreases from top to bottom due to increases in atomic size and metallic character. And nitrogen cannot show a +5 oxidation state. Nitrogen cannot show +5 oxidation state. Nitrogen cannot show plus 5 oxidation state. Plus 5 oxidation state due to inert fire effect. Due to absence of d orbital. Due to absence of d orbital. Due to absence of d orbital. Nitrogen cannot show a plus 5 oxidation state due to absence of d orbital. Due to absence of d orbital. And now the stability of plus 3 is increases from top to bottom. Plus 3 is increases from top to bottom. Okay. All elements can show a plus 3 oxidation state in this group. That means the stability of plus 3 is increases from top to bottom. Right. And nitrogen can also show some more oxidation states. Nitrogen can also show some more oxidation states. Nitrogen can also shows plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 and plus 4 oxidation states. So example N2O, NO, right, N2O3, NO2, right. In N2O, what is the oxidation state? Plus 1. In NO, what is the oxidation state of N? Plus 2. In N2O3, what is the oxidation state of nitrogen? Plus 3. In NO2, plus 4, right. So these are the some more oxidation state of nitrogen. Why nitrogen can show a abnormal oxidation state? Due to small size and high electronegativity. So nitrogen can combined with high electronegative element, small size and high electronegative element, that can forms this type of oxidation states. Here nitrogen can react with high electronegative atom like oxygen, so that can form this type of oxidations. And nitrogen can also show disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction. So in this disproportionation reaction, we can take an nitrous acid gives rise to HNO3 plus NO plus H2O, right. That means 3HNO2 gives rise to HNO3, 2NO plus H2O, right. Okay, this equation is balanced. What is the oxidation state of nitrogen in this compound? So HNO2, H plus N plus 2O is equal to 0. H means plus 1. H can show plus 1. Nitrogen plus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 0. So minus 4 plus 1 minus 3 is equal right, that is plus 3. Here plus 5. So here plus 2. So here the nitrogen nitrogen undergoes oxidation and reduction. We know that the oxidation state is increases from left to right, that is said to be oxidation. If the oxidation state of an element is decreases from left to right, that is said to be reduction. And the oxidation state of nitrogen is also intermediate between oxidation state of nitrogen atoms in the product లో ఉన్న ఆ నైట్రోజన్ యొక్క ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్లు దేనికి మధ్యస్థంగా ఉన్నాయి, రియాక్టెంట్లో ఉన్న నైట్రోజన్ యొక్క ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్కి ఇంటర్మీడియట్గా ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్షన్ మనం ఏమంటామంటే డిస్ప్రోపోర్షనేషన్ రియాక్షన్ అని అంటాం. రైట్. సిమిలర్లీ phosphoric acid also, right, phosphoric acid also can shows a disproportionation reaction. Phosphorus, these are the oxidation states. Now covalency. Nitrogen, what is the covalency? The number of covalent bonds of an element is said to be covalency. So an element can form a covalent bond. That covalent bonds is said to be, that number of covalent bonds is said to be covalency. So nitrogen maximum covalency is 4 due to available of orbitals, 4 orbitals, that is 2s, 2px, 2py, 2pz. Okay, it can maximum forms a 4 covalent bonds. This is containing only 4 orbitals, 2s, 2px, 2py. It contains, it is available 4 orbitals like 2s, 2px, 2py, 2pz. It can forms maximum 4 covalent bonds. For example, if we can take an ammonium, so it can contain nitrogen containing maximum how many covalent bonds? 4 bonds in ammonia. So it can shows a maximum covalency 4. But remaining elements in this group, remaining elements in this group can shows remaining elements in this group can shows 5 and 6 valency. 5 and 6 valency covalency also can shows 5 and 6 covalency due to presence of S, NPX, NPY, NPZ and d orbitals also, NDXY, d orbitals, NDXY, NDYZ, NDX. Right. Similarly, so remaining elements containing d orbital, its covalence is extended from 5 or 6. For example, PCl5, it is containing how many covalent bonds? 5. Similarly, PCl6 minus, it can form a 6 covalent bonds. Right. Its maximum covalence is 6. Right. This is the covalency. In this group, nitrogen can show a maximum covalency is 4 and remaining elements can show a 5 or 6 covalency. Now, reaction with hydrogen. Next reaction with hydrogen. Right. So generally these elements can source hydrogen. Here you are having minus. These elements can source +3 oxidation state. The common oxidation state of this group is +3. The common oxidation state of this group is +3. So what its formula? EH3. EH3 type of hydrates. So these elements can react with hydrogen. These elements can react with hydrogen to form EH3 type of hydrates. EH3 type of hydrates or MH3 type of hydrates. If we can take an M, that is a MH3 type of hydrates. If we can take an E, that is EH3 type of hydrates. Example, N2 plus 3H2, reversible arrow to 2NH3. Similarly, okay, the common oxidation state of this group is +3. So if it is taken +3, hydrogen must be taken as minus. EH3 type of hydrates. So what are these hydrates? What are these hydrates? Right, NH3, PH3, ASH3, okay, SBH3, BiH3. So this is ammonia, phosphine, arsine, stibimine, bismuthine. Right, its names are ammonia, phosphine, arsine, stibimine and bismuthine. Now these are the hydrates. These elements can react with hydrogen to form say EH3 type of hydrates. In all these PH3, ASH3, SBH3, BiH3, hydrogen having -1 oxidation state, and these elements can show a +3. But in except ammonia, in ammonia, nitrogen can show a -3, hydrogen can show a plus. So what its formula? NH3. Okay, in all these hydrates, hydrogen having negative -1 oxidation state, remaining elements can show a +3. But in ammonia, nitrogen having -3, hydrogen having +1 due to high electronegativity of nitrogen. Now its bond, okay, some properties. So first property, bond length. So bond length. Second one is bond dissociation energy. Third one is thermal stability. Fourth one is basic nature. Basicity, Lewis basic nature. Next one is bond angle. And last one is reducing nature. Right. So bond length. So due to increases the central atom from nitrogen to bismuth in these hydrates increases. The atomic sizes increases from, okay, this is NH bond length, okay, this is N bond H, and this is P bond H. So this is ASH, this is SBH, and this is, so this is ASH, and this is SBH, this is BiH. So its bond length is increases from, this is the bond length, right. So from NH3 to BH3, bond length is increases due to increases in the size of central atom. Due to increases the size of central atom. So NH3 to PH3, ASH3, SBH3 and BiH3. So bond length is increases from ammonia to bismuthine, BiH3, due to increases the size, due to increase in size. Okay, now second one is bond dissociation energy, right? A bond dissociation, okay, this bond dissociation energy, we know that bond dissociation energy is inversely proportional to bond length. If bond length is more, that bond is weakened. If bond length is more, then the bond is weakened, so less amount of energy is required to breaking that bond. So bond dissociation energy and bond length is inversely proportional. Which relation? Inversely proportional. If bond length is more, then the bond, if the bond length is more, then the bond is weakened, so less amount of energy is required to breaking that bond. So that means its bond dissociation energy is very less. So according to this, which is having high bond dissociation energy, which is the stronger bond? N bond H. So its bond length is very less, but in BH its bond length is very large, that bond is weakened, right? Which is the stronger bond? N bond H. So NH3, PH3, ASH3, SBH3, BiH3. So this is the reason bond dissociation energy is inversely proportional to bond length. And next one, thermal stability. If the bond dissociation, thermal stability and bond dissociation energy are which relation? Directly proportional. Thermal stability. Thermal stability means, okay, if it is heated, its bonds, okay, high amount of energy is required to breaking that bond. That means thermal stability and bond dissociation energy which are present in directly proportional relation. If the bond dissociation energy is more, its thermal stability is more. Okay, that its reactivity is less. So which is having more thermal stability? Ammonia. So the thermal stability is decreases from NH3 to BiH3. This is the order. And next one, Lewis basic nature. Lewis basic nature, all these are containing EH3 type of hydrides, all these are containing one lone pair. So according to Lewis, electron pair donor is a Lewis base. All these are containing lone pairs. All these are containing lone pairs. So that can donate to other. So that are act as a Lewis base. Okay, these are act as a Lewis base. But which is having a stronger Lewis base? Okay, the Lewis base is directly proportional to ease of loss of hydrogen, which is easily removing the hydrogen, which is okay, sorry, which is gives easily, right, that is the reducing nature concept. This is the basic nature concept. Basic nature means, according to Lewis concept, electron pair donor is a Lewis base, right? All are containing lone pairs, so all are act as a bases. But which is the stronger base? So which is gives easily electron pair, that means high electron density, which is having high electron density, that gives easily lone pair. So that is act as a stronger base. Which cannot give lone pair easily, that is act as a weak base. So according to this, NH3 is the stronger base due to that lone pair is present in small size, but in BiH3 that lone pair is present on a high size, high atomic size. So that lone pair is present in small size means high electron density, that is readily donates to other. So that is the stronger base. NH3 is the stronger base. Okay, stronger Lewis base. This is the order. Okay, due to lone pair present in small size, of n. So I electron density, okay, the lone pair is present on small size, that is having high electron density. So that is readily donates to other. So that is act as a strong base. And bond angle. So we know that bond angle. Okay, bond angle. Here all are undergoes sp3 hybridization. So its bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. According to sp3 hybridization, its bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. But here all are not a bond pairs. 3 are bond pairs. One is lone pair. So its bond angle is deviated from 109 degrees 28 minutes to less value, some less, right? సో దీన్ని ఇవన్నీ కూడా sp3 హైబ్రిడేషన్లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి దీని బాండ్ యాంగిల్ ఎంత ఉండాలంటే 109 డిగ్రీస్ 28 మినిట్స్ ఉండాలి. ఇప్పుడు అవన్నీ కూడా 4 కూడా బాండ్ పేర్స్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు, కానీ వీటిలో ఉండేవి 3 బాండ్ పేర్స్ లోన్ పేర్ కాబట్టి వాటి బాండ్ యాంగిల్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆ లోన్ పేర్కి బాండ్ పేర్కి ఆ రిపల్సివ్ ఫోర్స్ అనేది బాండ్ పేర్కి ఎక్కువగా ఉండడం వలన సో దాని బాండ్ యాంగిల్ ఏటవుతుందంటే రిపల్సివ్ ఫోర్స్ అనేది ఈ లోన్ పేర్కి ఈ బాండ్ పేర్కి దిస్ లోన్ పేర్ అండ్ బాండ్ పేర్కి మోర్ ఉండడం వలన ఏమవుతుందంటే బాండ్ యాంగిల్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో ద డిక్రీజింగ్ ఇన్ బాండ్ యాంగిల్, రైట్, విచ్ ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ మోర్ ammonia due to we know that if the size is more its bond angle is decreases. Okay, the size of the central atom is increases, its bond angle is decreases. Or okay, in the hydrates which is having more electronegativity, that is having a more bond angle. So which is having more electronegativity, nitrogen having more electronegativity in these hydrates. So bond angle is directly proportional to electronegativity of the central atom. So this ammonia NH3, the bond angle is decreases from ammonia to BiH3, ASH3, SbH3, BiH3. So what is the reason? Decreases the electronegativity of central atom from nitrogen to bismuth, So decreases the electronegativity of central atom from nitrogen to bismuth. Okay, in these hydrates which is having more electronegativity of the central atom, that is having more bond angle, right? And last one, reducing nature. Okay, right. Okay, according to this bond angle, listen to me one more important concept. So NH3 having a bond angle. So bond angle is directly proportional to high electronegative atom ASH3, SbH3 and BiH3. So we know that bond angle is directly proportional to electronegativity of the central atom. So according to sp3 hybridization, its bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes, but it is containing 3 bond pairs and one lone pair. Due to repulsive force present between lone pair and these bond pairs, its bond angle is deviated from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 107 degrees. So its bond angle is approximately 90. its bond angle is approximately, all these 4 hydrates are having a same bond energy, approximately equal bond energy, but the bond angle, it's okay, these 4 hydrates having a almost equal bond angle, okay, but we know that the bond angle is decreases from NH3 to BH3. That means here this is containing 94 degrees, this is 93, this is 92, this is 91, in this way, right? That means 94 to 91 means decreases. So all these are having approximately 90 degrees bond angle, right? And last one is reducing nature. So reducing nature is directly proportional to ease of loss of hydrogen, ease of losing of hydrogen. సో మనకి ఇక్కడ ఈ ఎన్ బాండ్ హెచ్, పీ బాండ్ హెచ్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఈ బాండ్లో ఉన్న హెచ్, ఈ హైడ్రోజన్ అనేది ఏదైతే త్వరగా లూజ్ అవుతుందో, ఏదైతే త్వరగా బాండ్ బ్రేక్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఇస్తుందో, సో which is gives hydrogen, that is said to be reducing agent, which is gives easily hydrogen, that is said to be strong reducing agent. So which is gives easily hydrogen, so BiH3. Why? Its bond dissociation energy is less, so that bond is a weak bond, so that bond is easily break down, that will gives a hydrogen, okay. Reducing nature is directly proportional to ease of loss of hydrogen, which is gives easily hydrogen BiH3. So that is having more reducing nature. So NH3 is the weak reducing agent due to this is the stronger bond. So BiH3 is the strongest reducing agent, NH3 is the weak reducing agent, so BiH3 is the strongest reducing agent, right? This is the reducing nature. Now next, boiling point order. So before going to boiling point hydrates, NH3 is the liquid, so remaining hydrates are gases, so due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, so ammonia, that NH3 having more electronegativity, it can form a hydrogen bond. So this is the hydrogen bond, right? So ammonia is a liquid. Why ammonia is liquid? Remaining hydrates are gases. Due to ammonia can form a hydrogen bonding. So based on boiling point, its boiling point order also irregular. Exceptions. What are that exceptions? Its boiling point is generally melting point and boiling point. Is directly proportional to molecular weight and also directly proportional to van der Waals forces. So melting point and boiling point is directly proportional to molecular weight and also van der Waals forces. So from NH3 to BiH3, its molecular weight is increases. So generally its melting point is order is ASH3, but it can show abnormal NH3 SbH3 BiH3. So due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, so its melting point is, this is also abnormal, H3 ASH3 SbH3 and BiH3, finally NH3. So this is the order. So here irregularity here, right. These are the boiling points. Now I am going to explain about reaction with oxygen. Reaction with O2. These elements can react with oxygen to form. So if you can take in, what are the oxygen always can source -2 oxidation state. Oxygen can always source -2 oxidation state, right? So what are the plus oxidation state of these elements? +3, +5, +3 and +5. According to this, what its formula? E2O3, E2O5, E2O3, E2O5, right? So these elements can react with oxygen to form E2O3 and E2O5 type of oxides. These elements react with oxygen, react with O2, forms E2O3 and E2O5 type of oxides, right? So we can take an E2O3 type of oxides. What are that? N2O3, P2O3, AS2O3, Sb2O3 and Bi2O3. So these are non-metal oxides. So these are having acidic nature. Non-metal oxides having acidic nature. So these are the metalloids. Oxides of metalloids having amphoteric nature. That means that act as a both acid as well as base. Amphoteric oxide nature means that act as a acid as well as base. So this is the metallic oxide. It is having a basic nature. Right. Now, higher the oxidation state, higher the OS means oxidation state. Higher the oxidation state, higher the acidic nature. So generally N2O, NO, NO2, N2O3, N2O5. So which is having more oxidation state? +5. It is having less oxidation state like +1. So its oxidation state is increases, its acidic nature is also increases. Higher the oxidation state, higher the acidic nature. And E2O5 type of oxides having more acidic nature than E2O3 type of oxides. If we can take N2O5 and N2O3, this is the E2O5. This is when it is dissolved in water, gives a HNO3, HNO2. So in these two acids, which is the stronger acid? HNO3 is the stronger acid than HNO2. This is the reactivity towards oxygen. Now I am going to explain about reaction with the halogens. reaction with halogen. So these elements react with halogen. Halogens can always show minus oxidation state. Minus. What are the plus oxidation state of these elements? Plus 3 and plus 5. What is formula? EX3, EX5, EX5. So these elements can react with halogen. These elements react with halogen. Can react with halogen to form EX3 and EX5 types of halides. EX5 types of halides. Okay. Now, so NCl3, right, EX3, okay, EX3 like NF3 is the stable, NF3 is stable. So NCl3, NBr3 and Ni3 that are explosive, that means that are unstable, So due to n size of n and halogen is increases, this is NCl, so that is NBr, so that is nitrogen to iodine. So here the size is increases, that bond is weakened, that is unstable, that okay, that cannot, okay, that is unstable, that is less stable. So due to due to increases the size of halogen, due to increases the size of halogen, due to increases the size of halogen. Okay, next one, nitrogen cannot form so EX5 type of halides, like NCl5 type of halides, due to absence of d orbital. NCl5 cannot form absence of d orbital. Nitrogen cannot form EX5 type of halides due to absence of d orbital. Okay, right, it cannot forms absence of d orbital. And bismuth also, BiCl3 is known, but BiCl5 is less formed, okay, due to inert pair effect, And now in these halides, pentahalides having more covalent, EX5 type of halides having more covalent nature than EX3 type of nature. So what is this? Covalent nature. So this is the order. EX5 type of halides having more covalent nature than EX3 type of halides. Due to increases the oxidation state. Here plus 5, it is having plus 3. If the oxidation state is increases, size is decreases. So size is more. Okay, which is having less atomic size. If the size is increases, its polarizing power is more. Polarizing power is more when compared to this. So which is having less atomic size, that is having more polarizing power according to Paget's rules. Okay, less atomic cation size, more size of anion can having more covalent nature. So here E plus 5 having a less atomic size, that is having more covalent nature when compared to E plus 3, right? So in PCl5 and PCl3, which is having more covalent nature? PCl5 having more covalent nature due to small size P plus 5, that is P plus 3. Okay, now in the same type of family which is having more covalent nature, suppose we can take an NCl3, PCl3, alright, PCl3, PCl3, ASCl3 and BiCl3, SbCl3 and BiCl3. So PCl3 having a more covalent nature, PCl3 having more covalent nature, PCl3 having more, due to phosphorus having less atomic size when compared to bismuth, which is having least atomic size, that is having more polarizing power and more covalent character. So in PCl3, ASCl3, SbCl3, BaCl3, what is the covalent nature? PCl3 having more covalent nature, it is having less atomic size. So this is the reaction with halides. Now I am going to explain about reaction with metals. Reaction with metals. Reaction with metals. Right, these elements can react with metals to form binary compounds. These elements can react with metals, forms binary compounds containing -3 oxidation state, negative oxidation state. Okay, suppose we can take in calcium 2 plus calcium N3 minus. What its formula? Ca3N2. What its name? Calcium nitride. So similarly we can take in calcium 2 plus P3 minus. What its formula? Ca3P2. calcium phosphide. So in this compounds, what its oxidation state? -3. So sodium Na plus As 3 minus. What its formula? Na3As. What its name? Sodium arsenide. Right. So similarly antimonide, right, zinc Zn2 plus Sb3 minus. What its formula? Zn3Sb2. so zinc antimonide, right. So last one, bismuth, if it is source -3, that can be treated with magnesium Mg2 plus. What its formula? Mg2Bi3, sorry, Mg3Bi2. so magnesium bismuthide, So these are the reaction with metals, right. In all these it can show a -3 oxidation state. So in this video, this is the part 1. This is the part 1 of 50A group elements. Okay, in the next video I will discuss about nitrogen compounds, like the nitrogen preparation, its chemical reaction, ammonia, oxy acids of nitrogen. All this can be discussed in part 2. Okay, thank you. Please subscribe our channel.